So Camo, tell me, where do you think we're going right now? Camo doesn't know, doesn't care, but I figured I'd go have a really nice lunch today. It's Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, it's Tuesday afternoon, and I am gonna go have one of my favorite people in the world buy me lunch. Check this out. There is some good lunch down here, and being that Ricky's one of my friends, he called me a buddy apparently. I have VIP access, and so I'm going to take a 7-mile ride down the road. Going to go find out how they're doing this year. It's early in the season, but want to find out, you know, how many people are showing up. Are they more excited about finding gold now that it's more expensive and stuff? So in about 15 minutes when I get to the bottom, I'm going to interview Ricky for you guys. See if we can get him to say some stupid shit. He doesn't know I'm recording this, so I'm going to try and get him to say some stupid shit. Let's see if he delivers. I'm nowhere near the tour guide as Ricky is. Neither is Camo, but if you've never been down to Roaring Camp, they do have Saturday evening steak dinners, New York steak dinners, and you ride down in the Roaring Camp truck, and Ricky does give a tour on the way down and talks about certain things. This is the hanging tree, the hangman's tree, and it really was used as that. It is a huge oak tree, and he talks about, you know, back in the day, they took the law into their own hands. You got to hear him tell the story. He's way better at it than I am. One of the things on the Saturday night steak dinner is Ricky will talk about how his grandfather wound up building this road. They used to have to rope together the mule trains and come down a super steep cliff. And then his grandfather wanted to get a road down here, so he hired a company, a professional road building company. They were unable to do it after a couple of years, so he wound up doing it himself. And this is one of the most beautiful drives that you could ever think of being on in the heart of the Motherlode. If you've never been to Roaring Camp, man, I'm telling you, I come here every year just for the view, the steak, and of course, the best thing of all about being a prospector is you hang out with like-minded people. This is just one of the views on one of the corners as you're heading down into Roaring Camp. You can see the canyons way the hell down there. I'm not gonna walk in this thick grass because it is rattlesnake season, but look at this frickin' sky and the scenery. This place is fucking awesome. This is always one of my favorite stops on the way down. This is the Fountain of Youth. This is a spring, natural freshwater spring that comes out. I'm gonna let the dogs out here to eat, but this Fountain of Youth has the best water you've ever tasted. Let's check it out. Camo and Popo love stopping here every time. Popo particularly loves the water. Come on, Popo. I know you're having a hard time seeing him. Come on. Come on. Here, let's get you some water, buddy. Ugh. There you go. That's what you wanted. And I think that's why Popo's almost 17 years old. Every year he drinks out of this pond. Every single year. I'm going to get myself a cup of it. It's just wet. There's actually no flavor to it. It's just wet. Cold and wet in your mouth. I think that's why I'm 61 and act 20 is this water right here. It's not my fault. He's still drinking. 3 years younger, 4 years younger, 4.5 years younger. Come on, Popo. Ricky's buying us lunch. You gotta hurry. Getting down close to the camp now. Early Spanish settlement. It's a few degrees cooler down here, man. The climate down here is just, this is where you want to be in the summer. It is beyond beautiful down here. Wonder if they'd let me live down here. And there you can see the river roaring. VIP all access, second gate. And here we are. Look how unbelievably beautiful this place is. All these cabins are available for rent. You get to come, find gold. Let's go say hi to Ricky. Well, he came down in his Razor. Park here in front of the shop. Oh, my mistake. He came down in the Jeep. Let's go find the guy. Here's the main store, restaurant. Let's go see if Ricky's in here. When you say you're buying me lunch, I'm coming running, dude.
I didn't say that before, but I will.
I said it for you. Tell me what's happening, dude.
Nothing, just everyone's down here, staying in the cabins, working, finding gold.
Look at that. The food's ready already.
Yeah, mine is, not yours.
What do you mean? That's mine. You knew I was coming. Say hello to everybody, Tammy. This is why the food down here is so good, because of what you do.
Right, that's right.
Best lunch in Central California. Check this out. Roaring Camp food. Thanks, Ricky. Worth the drive. The man himself. So 2024. I came for lunch, dude. You told me to come for lunch, and I detoured.
Only because I sold a piece of equipment for you. You wanted the money. That's the only reason.
I know. Well, that's kind of part of it. And then you buy me lunch, so it's even better. So, how's 2024 season going?
You know, we just opened. This is our 4th week. We have some cabins open, but we're coming into our busy season where we're completely full now for the next few months. So,
are people a little more excited that the price of gold is high? Are they more excited when they find nuggets?
Gold's going crazy, you know, and people are out there finding gold, and it's worth more and more, so they're out there going crazy. Gold fever is a thing, man. It's live and well right now for sure.
I've had it for 50 years. I don't believe that bullshit. I don't believe that bullshit at all. I've had it for 50 years. There's nothing else I'd rather do. I don't believe it's real, but so you think about it right now, gold is $77 a gram, and you got to think about when your grandfather opened this camp, gold was $30 an ounce.
I know, $30, $27 to $30. I know.
Yeah, what's the lowest price you remember when you started coming down here working? Like, what was the price of gold?
300 and something.
Yeah, 300. That's about when I started selling gold too. In 1999, that's when I really got in.
That's when I was like 1999. I was like 10, 11 years old. So that's when I first remember like actually coming down and jumping on an excavator and actually finding gold.
Yeah.
And my grandpa actually gave me the first 1 ounce nugget I ever found when I was like 11 years old. So
I
still have it.
And that's it, right?
Forever.
Like, yeah, that's it. You're like,
it doesn't matter how much it's worth.
Yeah, it's priceless, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So if you were to forecast, like you said, you have a couple of cabins open. Like your busy season, are you booked up solid, or are they still opening?
There's some weeks once school gets out that we're pretty much booked up solid. We have a waiting list for some weeks.
Yeah.
for sure. So,
But if people want to find out if they can come down this year with the price of gold as high as it is, I talked about the hangman tree and I talked about your tour and I stopped at the Fountain of Youth with the dogs and stuff. But if they want to get a hold of you, just call the office and
call the office or go on roaringcampgold.com.
All right.
Go and see what weeks we have open and what cabins. So.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you buying me lunch, and I really appreciate you getting me that money.
Yeah, that's all.
And the VIP access,
That's the only reason he's here.
That's one of the reasons. I actually said on the video that you are one of my favorite people, and there's a couple of stories that we have. We'll keep them to ourselves. You've paid me enough to keep my mouth shut, so you've got a hush money over here.
I kicked him out of my house the other day because he stunk so bad. But,
I was mining, dude. I was 3 days in Nevada.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.